Have you ever come across challenges during your research project or product development? Or do you want to improve existing processes to make them more efficient? In those cases, you likely need to run experiments to remove obstacles, gain knowledge, boost learning, or even solve your customer's problem. In today's video, we will take a look at PDSA cycle and learn how it can help us in doing these things in structured manner. So stick around to the end of the video to learn more about it. Hi, I'm Hannu Törmänen, your product team coach, and if you want to gain knowledge about useful tools and practices on how to develop your teams, your organization and your business, you are in the right place. So the PDSA cycle is a 4-stage process, and it is one of the common tools in lean development model. The PDSA acronym comes from plan, do, study, act. And it is a systematic process for gaining valuable learning and knowledge to continuously improve a product, a process, a service, you name it. Using PDSA, you can discover more aspects about your product, a particular problem area, and continue improving your processes in continuous manner. The PDSA model was made famous by Dr. W. Edward Deming, but the model itself actually was introduced to him in the 1930s by his mentor Walter Shewhart of the famous Bell Laboratories in New York. The PDSA cycle is also known as Shewhart cycle, Deming wheel, Deming cycle, as Dr. Deming actually made it popular during his research on Japanese car manufacturing practices. The cycle starts with the plan phase, where you present your hypothesis or assumptions about the problem and the expected solution or outcome to the problem. Also, you plan the steps which you are going to take to achieve the expected result. The second phase is do, and here you simply execute the planned steps you created in plan phase. The third phase is study, where you examine the resulted outcomes from the do phase. And the final phase is act, in which you make a decision if the resulted outcome with new data was sufficient, or if you need to run another PDSA cycle to dig deeper into the problem. You can repeat this PDSA cycle as many times as necessary until you decide that the outcomes are satisfying and you have a clearer path ahead. The PDSA cycle is a great tool for such experiments or improvement activities that are no major impact to the environment, but are more like closed problem spaces. Where then is PDSA cycle applicable? What is this closed system or closed problem space I'm talking about here? The PDSA is a great tool when you have a closed system and environment. If you are working on a new product or a research program, you may face obstacles with new technology. If there is not an expert to help you to resolve these obstacles, you are likely to run experiments. Another common application of PDSA cycle is in process development and continuous improvement. For instance, to make quality or productivity improvements in a manufacturing line, you can run PDSA cycles to test which improvement initiatives bring true value. And of course, you can apply PDSA also for team and people development. For instance, your team can run experiments on how you work together and see how they impact your performance, team spirit, and so on. PDSA provides a structured way to run controlled experiments. In order to be structured yourself, I highly recommend that you document each phase in the cycle to maximize learnings and have notes to help in future experiments. So, PDSA is a great tool, but is useful only when you have a closed or restricted system where you have controlled environment to everything what's happening. In uncontrolled environments, your actions can have unexpected impact on the environment. And in that case, you cannot entirely determine how the environment responds, and therefore some more thinking and orientation is needed before you can really decide and react to changing environment. So this impact on the environment is something that we can anticipate when we are executing, for instance, a marketing strategy, or in a conflict, or even at war. I will create another video about discussing this slightly different approach compared to PDSA, and that is called an OODA loop. So until then, thanks for watching this video on PDSA cycle. I hope you found this video useful. Until next time, bye bye.